So if you didn't know, we all know there's this thing called super chats, and then YouTube calls them super thanks. But I think it's a misnomer because they say, oh, pay. Basically, you're paying to make a comment on a video I already did in the chat room, or not even the comment section. You're not even in the chat room, you're in the comment section. And just I thought, who are going to pay for super chats? Well, people do pay for super thanks, or as I like to call them, super comments. And so what I kind of every once in a while you'd see like a super comment. I'm like, oh, I'd say thank you in the comment section. But it's much more convenient because you can find a place where all your super comments are. And so I just wanted to go through them all. We went through about a year or so of them. So I'm going to come at from the most recent as thank you, just to let you know. Yeah, I just don't like, oh, yeah, take your money and I'm not going to fucking respond. 500 Norwegian kroners, which is, I don't know, $50 maybe. Christian Johansson, talk. He says thanks. And I said thanks. Happy Tessinula, 2 Brazilian real, value VALEU. I imagine that's Portuguese for something. Robert Burns, he just says $10 and says thanks. Robert J. Strupp, $2. He says thanks. Irving Spider-Man for $2 is thanks, a truly worthy cause. And I mentioned free vasectomies. There's a guy, well, it's a nonprofit organization that if you're having trouble affording vasectomies, let me know. They're out there. Robert Burns, 5220, 10 generous dollars. He says thanks. Weston Smith, $20. He also says thanks. A lot of thanks. I didn't know. For that money, you could write something. You don't have to. Robert Burns again for $10. Thanks. Fjord Dinier Bear, 200 Bulgarian units of currency. Thanks. Ford Dinier Bear again, 200 Bulgarian. Okay. There's somebody from Bulgaria. Bulgarian currency. What's it called? Lev. It's a Lev. Kind of weird. I don't know why they call it the Lev, but it's BGN for the acronym. Oh God, who's this guy? Hat and Clogs, $10. Oh my God, not this guy. For freedom, liberty, and managed democracy. Brick 7853, $2. He says thanks. The Money Hoarder 95 for £2. He has nothing to say. Everett, $5. Thanks. Bar 8119, $5. You're very insightful. I had this happen to me on something other than weight. Breaking that delusion about you is so hard. You have to accept that the core of you has been wrong the entire time until that point. It took me a year of self-reflection, but my life has turned around. The issue is that it's so much easier to continue in your delusion until it's too late, and that's the path most women take as they're feminists. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the path most people take to their detriment, and this is the mental hell American femme women must suffer. I wonder are you a gal, Bar? I mean, I don't know if he's tuning into this. Yeah, you are lied to. Pretty much very thoroughly, almost wholly, starting at 5 years old once you're in the schools about what's important in life and what you should do. And one of the biggest lies is that you have value just the way you are. You do not have any value just the way you are. Matter of fact, just the way you are, you're a net negative because you need to consume resources to survive. And if you do nothing, you are parasitic. And this whole lie, I know it's easy to get votes that way or get people, it's easy to be popular. Where, oh, you're just brave and amazing. You're all wonderful and just be yourself. That might feel good up front, but it destroys people's lives down the line because they never accomplish anything. And then just so you know, Democrats in general, but I talk elsewhere. Once these various organizations and institutions and people and entities have gotten what they need out of you, whether that's you giving them tuition money because they lied to you about the value of a college degree and, oh yeah, you're intelligent, you need this, or that you have value as long as you vote a certain way, or if you're just yourself and you buy their product or you believe their ideology or the religion or whatever it is, by the time you're in your 50s at the latest, usually even your late 30s. No one gives a fuck about you anymore. You bought the car at a 10% interest rate. You got your handbag, you got whatever worthless stuff it is that you wanted to buy, or they have sold you and enslaved you so many times that there's really nothing left. Because then you're savvy. Then you're like, "Oh, it's time to get serious about retirement," and now you're not pissing away money on a credit card. But that whole human value that you have value the way you are, no, you're born pretty worthless, and you are worthless until you get off your ass and make something of yourself. But you just all wanna keep on believing. He's just around the corner. Never settle. Scarlett JU8, $5. If increasing male ending statistics are accurate, then the stuff you see on the internet is true. And this is in regard to TikTok girls aren't faking it, argument number one, which I've had a turnaround a little bit. I think most of them are faking it, but with significant seeds of truth. Memic 6461, $2. I gotta be honest, Cappy. I wasn't expecting you to take all that constructive criticism so well. I figure you're going to fly off the handle and succumb to some pretty real petty shit. This right there wasn't straight based. My favorite part was the very end where you so eloquently shared the mic. I'm sure your client appreciated that little gem at the end. Stay classic, Cappy. This is called misophonia in Cappy's disability. Now, I remember this one. This guy sent me an email yelling at me. The guy was apoplectic because I have to clear my throat all the time. And he had a thing called misophonia, which certain sounds drive you nuts. And he was pissed off and he thought I was doing that throat clearing thing on purpose, which for those of you, if you don't know, I've had to clear my throat for quite some time. At 3 years old, I have a massive allergic reaction. Ever since then, I've always had, it's like my throat is always kind of tickling. And then at the end of that, where I read through it and I just explained it, then I put my throat right up to the microphone and started hacking and clearing out my throat just to piss that guy off. Because that's how you do. Doc Joe, $2, thanks. And BLM City Sanitation Department, $2, thanks. Same thing again for $2, thanks. Wake up and sniff the coffee, $2, thanks. Coddington TJ, $2, thanks. Snapper TRX, $10. Man, and this is in regard to why we can't have nice things. There's a picture of a woman there in a bikini, American bikini. The title is Conservative Women, Calendar, and Christian Harpies. Oh, this was during that whole thing where that was the latest thing to talk about on the internets, was conservative women putting together a sexy calendar. Man, I literally just wrote a blog post about this yesterday after seeing the Babylon Bee fussing about it with almost the exact same title. These guys don't follow the biblical definition of lust. They call lust whatever turns them on but offends their wives. That's not what the Bible teaches. As a Christian, I know God gave men sexual desire, and the Bible even encourages it. But these guys are the same guys that think having an extra piece of pizza at their kid's birthday party means they're committing the sin of gluttony. Stop listening to these people. Also, for Christian ladies out there, the Bible says, let their breasts satisfy you at all times, not her brain or her cooking or her gender studies degree, for the love of. And then ... if you're still tuning in, you should watch the series Dating Christian Girls, or Christian Dating. Real stories of Christian dating. I will simplify it all for you, although for those of you who have a story about dating Christian girls, or guys, I guess, the vast majority, and by vast majority, I mean 95% of Christian women are not Christian. They're just using it as a gravity assist to lord additional rules and put down rules and regulations in front of you to basically deny you, enjoying sex, enjoying a love life. It's a means of control. Not all, but most. Royster, 20 Australian dollars. He says, thanks. Nick Corcodilis, €2. I know for whatever reason, Cappy's too optimistic about Matt's marriage, but the way I see it, and this is Matt Walsh he's referring to, the title of this one is Destiny. Is he faking it? But the way I see it, his wife is rather attractive for her age, therefore has options. I give it half a decade or so, and Matt will have accumulated too much hate from the opposition and the mainstream institutions, and will have exponentially diminishing financial support from his viewer base. No, I don't think. Look, we all disagree with Matt Walsh on one thing. He's not wrong on the other things. He's a good man. I think he's acting, to be perfectly honest, but the message he is purporting is factual. It is true. I don't think he's going to alienate his base, which he will have alienated by shitting on them due to his inability to evaluate his boomer conservative values based on current reality. When that time comes, his blonde trophy wife will have enough of her fellow white Karens at social gatherings pointing at her with disgust for being married to that neo funny guy, mustache guy. And the gravy train will be running low, and it's almost deterministically preordained that she will be wandering in greener pastures. Then Matt will eventually take the most essential red pill he skipped in suppository form. Honestly, I don't think Matt's marriage will end. Not with 7 kids? Those people got 7 kids. They're in it. It would surprise me if it ends. Brick, $5. I'm looking forward to reading your book, Curse of the High IQ. I'm already post-career in 1099 when needed. Bioinformatics since 2020. Earlier self-taught AutoCAD and got a job by audition and was there for a long time. Even my boss didn't know how to do it, so I automated most of the blue. Oh my God, I can't read this. This is all so long. 3 days a week, unless overtime was needed for order. But I had it set up that it took 3 minutes or so for a project's ETC of 8 to 10 hours. Well, that's what happens with intelligent people when you put them in charge and just let them do their thing. We'll figure out how to save you a lot of money. But then you're probably going to fire us because they usually make your job redundant. It was a small factory, 23,000 square foot. Later, we had hires I chose, and we worked with the Department of Labor for apprentices certifications and a website. This would be a great alternative. You're helping men in these crazy times. The industry pays AutoCAD programmers up to 6 figs. I had my fun back in my day. I'm not interested in long-term relationships, and I take care of my mother, who would do the same for me if needed. So what? I guess my sexual market value is low to mid, but the ladies my age are fairly easy because they grew up when I did. Royster, 20 generous Australian dollars again. Thanks. Squeaky Chase for $2. He also says thanks. Zyliking, $2. That's all women have is marriage. And this is the video, An Economy Without Trust. Simon Nelson, 15 Australian dollars. He says thanks. Joe Antono, $2. A wise man once told me we all pay for sex. Thanks. You all pay for sex. Everyone pays for sex. You all pay for it. User BF8, 100 Australian dollars. Thank you very much. Biggs Animation, $2.79 Canadian. Another 17 hours at the gym. You'd have a 10-pack and thin as heck. That is in response to what doctors wish they could tell their patients. Biggs Animations, $2.79 again. Thanks. K. Scott Ritchie, $5. He says thanks. Ram, 89572, $5. Actually, Cappy, you're only partially right. See, Field Marshal Noventa was actually one of the Alliance pacifists working for peace, but Oz manipulated the Gundam pilots into killing him so they could seize oh, wait. What do you mean we aren't talking anime? And that's the video. You don't have to obey Field Marshal Matt Walsh. Robert Burns, $10. Thanks. Here's channel 1800 dumb. He's passed away. $2 New Zealand dollars. User WV8ZR, $10. I gave up on that shit long ago, i.e. love, dating, etc. If all else failed, I'd have been a single father, full custody too. The shit that's going on today is unbelievable, diabolical, and insane as fuck. That's just my take, though. I'll always say this. The gender war shit is stupid. It is stupid. It is, I know, socialism and Democrats and all that other stuff. When women and men, because they didn't need them anymore, by choice, not saying it was the wrong choice. Choices are choices. It's a neutral thing. You just ended society. And right now, there are women saying, we don't need men, and it's about time. You haven't. Oh, here we go. Where did it go? Here it is. Men built society for women, and you have removed yourself from the table. Society will no longer be maintained or built. You will find that out. And what a fun time we've all been having, huh? When one group hates the other, that's great. This has just been a wonderful past 40 years. Hat and clock's $5 because that's lewd, Capri. Everyone know not to do that in public. That's how babies are made. Why don't couples hold hands? That was the video there. And then Mr. Coder says, the lewd hand holding. Oh, don't you dare hold hands in public. Royster, 20 Australian dollars again. He says, thanks. Nick Crocodilis, €2. Islam is right about music. Um, does Islam have a stance on music? Are they like Schopenhauer? They like quiet? Richard Halabi, 50 Czech kroners. He says, thanks. User WV8ZR, $5. Raise your hands, fellas, if you're handsome without trying and you don't get jealous. Left my ass off. I'm making humor, fellas. And that's in response to problems with being a handsome black man. That's the title of that one there. Clemson Tiger, always down south, $20. Thank you very much. Robert Burns again for $10. He says thank you. Royster, 20 Australian again. He says thanks. Twin Daddy, $10. Thanks. Hatton Clogs, $2. Blue for Blue. That was the blue rubber band. Oh, it was a year ago. I've had the new blue rubber band. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this. The internet's just, it is what it is. I can't see it when I switch over here. Saget Uppercut. Thanks. I'm sick of feminist woke marketing. I will support any company that decides to be pro-male. Migu Kama. 5,000 wands. What kind of watch are you wearing at the start of the video? Do you think luxury watches are a good place to park money, or do you view them as frivolous status objects? They're frivolous. And I told him here, no, it's a cheap Walmart watch I got for $20. Yeah, I just go with the taste goes a long way. Figure this out with the artwork I chose for my house, furniture, and all that. Taste goes a long way because if you know what you want and you got good taste, you don't need no oak furniture. You don't need a fancy watch. I know some people do have high-end watches as an investment kind of deal. I was recently informed, I believe by Fresh, that Rolexes actually are made of precious metals. I thought they were just like titanium and overvalued pieces of shit. Apparently, they are made with valuable materials. But I don't think there's other things to invest in than a watch. The goddamn bacon, $2 to make up for the ads I skip while listening while I get things done. Cheers, Cappy. Money Hoarder, 5 British pounds. Thanks. Royster, 10 Australian dollars again. Thank you very much. That's why I reached 100,000. Look, a year ago I reached 100,000, guys. Wait a minute. Do you remember where I reached 100,000 and then my count started going down? And so that I could say I reached 100,000. I don't know what happened with the algorithm. Then it went back up. I think some of you guys unsubscribe just to do it. That's my audience. You guys did. I think some did. I got the best audience. The Bold Craftsman, $100. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Pog Mon Thoin Cappy. Thank you very much. Jay Nix, $10. Love seeing you get back to your econ roots. Oh, I think we're caught up here. And then Dwight Brown, 20 Canadian Cappy. You are the Gen Xer brother from another mother. This is starting to sound familiar. Peter Scott, $2. Thanks. Snapper TRX, $5. Hey, is that the hat your niece has picked? Yes, we have gone over these. All right. We are all caught up on the super thanks. I want to say thank you for all of you doing super thanks. I'd recommend super chats. That way I don't have to go back and do it. But I will kind of occasionally look out for them. Maybe I'll do it once a year. A cleaning. And then if you have questions, you can always email at assholeconsulting.com. We got one super chat. Luciano Casanova, $2 random, but a reminder, politics is for women. Is it? I don't think it can't. No, it's got to be for both because it affects everyone. I mean, staying on top of current events. I mean, you should kind of know what's going on politically. But if it's like a hobby, no. Politics shouldn't be a hobby for you. I'm really into politics. So you're into a soap opera that's happening in the real life, and you choose to waste it on that instead of getting out in the real world and doing real things. Yeah, I am purposely ignorant of politics because I don't want to waste what precious few moments of time I got left. Go get my book, Enjoy the Decline. Predicted all this shit happening. But yeah, I'd kind of leave politics alone. All right. Oh wait, Dre, $2. We'll do super comments. No, don't. No. Just save it for the super chats, man. Don't make my life more complicated than it has to be right now. All right. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.